Christian movie that I actually liked, stranger things have happened. Hi everyone, it's me, Grant, the movie and TV guy. Movies and TV is what we do here, and we are going to talk about a movie that is a pleasant surprise in a few ways, and that is a film called The Jesus Music, or as I've jokingly called it in earlier videos, Don't Mess with the Jesus Music. Nobody messes with the Jesus Music. So what's the Jesus Music about, and who made it? Well, it's directed by the Erwin brothers, who, I've heard the name before. Let me just look them up real quick. Sorry, everybody. This is content you're subscribing to see. Okay, so they did Mom's Night Out, which, that was bad. I saw that one. That was bad. I can only imagine. Okay, I can only imagine was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I still believe, yeah. Okay. So they've done a couple of good movies, but they directed this one, and what's it about? Well, it's a documentary, bizarrely enough, about what started out being known as Jesus Music and eventually became CCM, which for those who don't know what it is contemporary Christian music. And they speak with the various people who are involved, among them, who some of them broken out, like Amy Grant, the guy, he's the dreamy one, from Newsboys, I think it's like Michael Tate, is that his name, Michael Tate? The dude who's in God's Not Dead, but he previously was in, which, bad movie, but he was charming, he was in a band called, like, DC Talk, before he was in Newsboys, so we got him in a bunch, we got people like Kirk Franklin, Lauren Daigle, who I didn't even know was a Christian singer. Like, I'm actually quite like Lauren Daigle. And they even, like, Sixpence, they talk about a little bit with, like, Sixpence None the Richer, or they talk about them. I don't think they actually are in the film, but they mention them. So there are some surprising people that I did know, even though I'm not the biggest Christian music guy, or Christian. I'm not a very religious fellow. And it's just about the rise and fall and rise again of this genre and how it kind of morphed into all genres. Grunge, hip-hop, what have you. I'm not gonna lie, Christian films, I'm kind of stealing this line a little bit from Stone Gremlin, but it is true. When you see as many Christian films as I do, which I do because I see all the movies, there is sort of a curve you kind of have to grade it on, sort of like if you're in, like, a professor, where the movies that are at least making an effort seem almost like really good movies in comparison to the ones like Jesus Orb, Girl Believes in Jesus Orb. I will tell you this. On that basis, the Jesus Music is the best Christian film of 2021. It's actually pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Because I just read even that I have high hopes for a certain movie that was advertised in front of this film. We'll get there. There's some things I want to talk about that one. But basically, it's a good Christian documentary, much to my surprise. And though there are a couple of moments I disagree with, some people they talk about at first quite highly, and then even kind of criticize later. I'm like, okay, Jerry Falwell, no. But what I was surprised by is how much they criticize the church in this movie. In a way that feels sensible, even if you are a Christian. Particularly in regards to their treatment of Amy Grant after her divorce. I really love what they were talking about, it's still, in a lot of ways, a Christian movie. It's not going to focus on the criticism all the way through. Like, it's not going to be that. This is not Pray Away. This is not some hard-hitting documentary about faith and its dark side, but it does do things that other faith-based movies don't do, and it's kind of refreshing. And at the very least, it doesn't seem to be expressing hate. Like, it seems to actually be wanting to be about good, godly things and being kind to one another and not just being... People seem to think on this channel I have a bit of a complex when it comes to faith-based movies. That's the movie side of it, though. I have no problem with faith in general or faith being in movies. Like I've said, there are plenty of great movies. One of my favorite films of all time that I saw this year, 9 Days, in some way has a little bit of a religiosity to it. It's really more how you do it. Who's the one telling it, and what are their interests? Special interests. You see what I'm saying? It's not... Girl Who Believes in Jesus Orb is insulting, because it's basically... There are a lot of good people of faith out there, and it's telling them that if you don't fall into a very rigid evangelical style, which is bigoted, like a very specific even form of evangelicalism, then you're essentially everything that is wrong with the world, even though you're actually everything that's right with the world. And you spend 2 hours in that movie's presence being told that you're a bad person for being a good person. That's not a good thing to do to an audience, and that's why I didn't like movies like that. Show Me the Father had good elements, but it had similar elements to that where it's promoting people who are hateful. But this movie, on the other hand, does seem to have some ideal of, look, they have some political beliefs I don't believe in that they bring up in the film. They have things they've been... But at the end of the day, the message of a lot of these artists seems to be, hey, we're children of God. Even the people who aren't our specific denomination. Let's love one another. And let's do good deeds. And let's, charity and all that stuff. That is much... It shouldn't be refreshing. That should just be the standard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it should just be the standard of how we treat each other. Regardless of... We should treat, people, atheists, Catholics, Christians, Muslims, Buddhists, like, Scientologists. Everyone should be treated with some level of the Church of the Dude. Everyone should be treated, or people who are no faith at all. People who are, I consider myself spiritual, not religious. Spiritual, not religious individuals should have the chance to be loved by their Christian brothers and sisters and non-binary friends and love one another. That's what it's all about. That's why we're here, is that our purpose on earth is to love ourselves and love one another and create harmony with one another. And that can only happen when we do not try to throw an agenda out there and simply be good to one another and not let politics and religion get in the way of being decent human beings. And I think that's what makes this movie so much of a breath of fresh air. It shouldn't be. But the people making religious movies seem to miss the point of what the general tone of religiosity and its origins is about, which is loving each other. That's what Jesus wants. That's what God wants. That is what any just God wants. They want us to love everyone and be kind and not use religion as a weapon, And I don't mean to go on a pulpit, but this movie was not a sermon. It just kind of told the history. It had good, interesting talking heads, some solid music, and it's worth recommending. Believe it or not, I'm going to recommend the Jesus music. I'm not crazy about it. At the end of the day, it is a pretty bog standard music documentary, but it's not even on the level of movies this year like Summer of Soul or the Sparks Brothers, not even close, but it's in its sphere. If we're going on the Christian movie standard, this is like a 5-star Christian. This is one of the better Christian movies we've gotten. But there were some surprising facts. I really thought it was interesting about, they talk about how the Jesus music sort of started in this sort of church in California that basically welcomed hippies. They essentially were it's the hippie church where one of them, guy said at one point, if you grew up in the church, you never imagined going to a church where half the people there were barefoot and wearing jeans. Very interesting. And that's all I'm really going to say about it. This is really a review. It's just, I'm really happy this movie is out there among the bullcrap. I'm really glad that this movie, there is a good Christian movie out there for actually good-hearted Christians, like I'm sure all of you are. Or, people who aren't Christian, people who have no faith, people who are like me. I'm not Christian. I would not consider myself Christian. I'm a lapsed Catholic. I would say that I am, again, spiritual, not religious. I believe in God, but I kind of anti-organized religion to a degree. But then again, I did like this film. I really was moved by it, and I thought it was a good film. So, I'm just going to come right out with it. I'm not going to go all the way. I'm not even going to go too far with it. I'm not even going to go the 2 blocks, but Jesus music, you know what? I'm going to give the Jesus music 3.5 out of 5 stars. This is a solid matinee. I think it is worth seeing, even if you are someone like me on the outside looking into it, because as just a piece of music history, it is kind of interesting too. Alright. 3.5 stars out of 5 for the Jesus music. Let's close the book on it. And let's talk about some trailer trash. Now today is a very special trailer trash, and when it's going to happen pretty early on. I have an award to give tonight. But we'll start with what's first. West Side Story, it's the new trailer. I cannot wait. I think this movie's going to be excellent. Come on, Spielberg. We love you, man. You never disappoint. Okay. This next trailer is getting a special honor. It is a film titled, and I made sure to write it down. I actually opened my phone during the trailers with a few other people in the theater just so I could remember the title. A Holiday Chance. Okay, A Holiday Chance is a film coming out where the only person I recognized was the older sister from Black Lightning. I'm going to tell you this right now. This movie wins the inaugural, it's only October, but I feel justified in saying this, the inaugural Grant the Movie and TV Guy award for the trashiest trailer to ever be on the Trailer Trash in our brief 10-month history of this channel. Hooray! Congratulations, Holiday Chance. Because I'm not judging the movie because I've not seen the movie. I will tell you this. I kind of want to see this movie for one major reason. This trailer was so bad. It was so badly edited, so badly lit, so badly put together, that it did not simply feel it did not look like it was a trailer for an actual movie that existed. Not even just like a bad movie trailer. Like, it wasn't even a trailer for a bad movie. It looked like a trailer, didn't even look like a trailer for a movie. It took me about 45 seconds into this 2-minute trailer to realize it wasn't an ad for JCPenney. Like, that's how bad this was. It is ADR'd terribly. It's edited badly. The music cues play over the dialogue. And I saw it in a movie theater with other people, and it is a movie coming out on Thanksgiving week. It's a holiday film, a religious film, and I'm telling you this right now. Yes, I will see this movie if it comes out. Hell yes, I'm gonna see it. This to me is the trailer equivalent of like this movie potentially could be A Dance and It's On, or of The Room, or like A Cool Cat Saves the Kids kind of thing. Like, this could be one of those great bad movies. So, A Holiday Chance, you win, congratulations, and just as a little extra bonus, if you're at all curious, because I had to make sure that this was a real movie, even when I actually watched the trailer again when I got home. I'm going to post the link to the official trailer in the description tonight. So if you go in the description, you will find a trailer for the film A Holiday Chance. I'm doing that as a little bit of free marketing for the film, because I really kind of want this movie to play in Edward's Book. I really kind of want to see it. It looks that bad. Alright, so A Holiday Chance, that was the second one. Ghostbusters Afterlife, talked about it. Newer trailer, looks pretty good. King Richard, looks good. Venus and Serena's Story. Encanto, this was a new trailer. Got more of a feel for what it was. Looks really good. American Underdog, which apparently is directed by the same team. I'm inevitably excited about this because it is Zachary Levi, but it's also Kurt Warner, who actually is kind of a hero where I'm from, which is St. Louis. So I'm really excited for Christmas, that kind of stuff. This is the last one. This is the other one I haven't heard of. Which also has Zachary Levi, of all people, and is directed, I think, by the same people. It's called The Unbreakable Boy. Looks okay, but I'm nervous. For one, I don't know if it's like a faith-based movie or not, but it said from the studio that did Wonder, and Wonder was excellent. Like, Wonder was, like, such a pleasant surprise. But it's a movie about a character with autism, and as someone who's firsthand seen many accounts of that and knows, personally the struggle of someone on that spectrum, it looks a little too tick-heavy. I hope not. I hope they do a good job. It's not a bad trailer for this movie. It's just I'm a little nervous. But Zachary Levi is also in it as the kid's dad, and look, I'll never complain about more Zachary Levi. Like, if this keeps him employed between Shazam movies, I am fine with that. I will go see it. So, that's the trailers. Was there shawarma? Yeah, there was. One of the weirdest shawarmas of the year. It was after the credits. I'm just gonna say what it is, because there's no segue to put it, because this movie, it's like a clip from like a weird 80s, like, show where a cowboy shoots the devil. Like, there literally is like this stock footage at the end after the credits where it's just like, you lost this time, devil. It's literally, I'm not even kidding you. It's like a dude in a cowboy hat who shoots the devil. It's worth waiting for. It's kind of entertaining. Like, I actually kind of want to find what the show is. But yeah, it was after the credits of the movie, so you have to sleep through all the credits, but it's worth it. And then it just cuts to like the rating thing. I don't know. Alright, so, but yeah, there is a little bit after. So, alright, we will be back Wednesday for both. I'm planning on What If Season 1 review. Also, tomorrow I might do a review of that new Dave Chappelle comedy special. We also got No Time to Die coming up. Halloween Kills coming up. The Last Duel probably. And then also, I am seeing Dune with my special guest. They're not going to review it with me, but we're going to go. It's going to be late on October 22nd. We're going late night to October. That'll all be next time. Until next time, Grand the Movie TV guys. See it all. I'm happy to share with you. I love you all. I appreciate you. I love you. Close to this. I love you. 2000. If you like this, give me a like if you want to. Subscribe if you want to. Do the bell. I don't know what it does. Find me on Letterboxd.com at Grand the Movie TV guys. See you. Bye.